What's up everyone? Welcome to the first ever episode of my Dear John Q&A. Dear John is a new series where I will be fielding questions from you guys, big questions, every 2 weeks most likely, especially once 2017 rolls around. I'm planning on rotating weeks between Dear John and a top 10. We will pick a day and more of a structured format at that point, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this new series. Be sure to leave a like on the video to let me know that you did, and of course, I will be taking comments from you guys in the comment section here to pick questions, and of course I will be picking from those and on the hashtag on Twitter, Dear John ARTV. Now you're wondering, how does this work? What do I ask? I am talking big questions, ones that I have like major talking points for. Something that could be really cool, it could be topical, it could be current, it could be past, it could be present, it could involve my videos, it could involve a news topic with something in music culture, entertainment, whatever you want it to be. I'm not going to be answering questions like, oh, what's your favorite color or what's your favorite band? This is going to be something that's more opinion, essay, video form driven. I'm looking for one major topic that I can talk about for quite a while, go into detail on, and these might not necessarily be very long videos, but still, it's something that I would like to be able to expand on and obviously build from there. And maybe during the outro type thing, I will answer a few smaller questions, more personal things like, oh, what's your favorite band poster or something like that as well. So if you've got a big question, you also have something else that you're curious about, sound off below that in the comments. So I will primarily be picking from here and Twitter. Be sure to let me know either in the comments or else with Dear John ARTV over on Twitter. So for our first episode, as you saw from the title of this video, probably why you clicked on it, am I biased? Am I biased towards certain bands? Am I biased towards certain genres? Do I just find favor with certain things over others? I chose that myself because I get that comment quite often. I haven't been able to find one specific instance, but I remember getting it. So in the future, I will be screen capping probably the ones that get picked and the ones that I'm going to be answering, putting it on screen. But for this week, I figured this was a very topical thing. A lot of you guys seem to be very interested in, so hopefully I do it justice in describing. My short answer for the question, am I biased? Yes. And my long answer, well, stay tuned because we're about to dive into that. Yes, I am biased, and yes, so are you. So is every single person on this planet. To an extent, we can all try and be as unbiased as we want, but there's some things that we just don't like, and there's some things that we just really, really like, and maybe we can't even explain why. Maybe we can't even justify it, but we still like it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Am I biased? Absolutely yes. And if you say that you aren't, then you're lying to yourself. You can be as objective as you want, and I am objective in some places, but when it comes to reviewing music, discussing it like I do, it's all personal preference, just like you guys all have your personal preferences. We don't always agree, but that doesn't mean that you have to hate me or I have to hate you. Obviously, we are all biased towards our certain things. Someone might like Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne and Drake more than anything in this world. In reply to that, I can say all I want. Well, you need to check out this band or you need to branch out into this genre. And even if they end up liking those things, maybe there's gonna be still a bias towards those initial loves that they had. Just like for me, the bands that I connected with early on, like Green Day, 3 Days Grace, My Chemical Romance, Tool, and some of those other aspects like the Beatles and the Beach Boys that I grew up on with my parents. Obviously, there is a bias there because I feel a certain connection to that. And you feel that with your certain favorite band or favorite rapper or favorite artist, favorite singer, songwriter, whatever it might be. You may be biased towards that person just because you love them first. And even if you listen to 1,000 other bands, maybe nothing will ever top that for you, and there is nothing wrong with that. Now, we're all a bit hypocritical on that sometimes, and we'll accuse other people of saying, well, you just don't understand what this album is, or you should love this more than you love that. But at the end of the day, I think we all need to take a step back and realize that, yeah, this person is biased towards this person is biased towards that. And if that offends you, and if you don't want to watch my videos as a result of that, then that's okay. I completely understand. You don't have to stay around and continue watching. But I would love it if you did, because even though I and everyone else on this platform of YouTube that is reviewing music, reviewing movies, reviewing anything or talking about anything, it's an opinion. It's a personal bias. It's a personal preference. There's people who don't like horror movies or don't like dramatic romantic comedies, but that doesn't necessarily inherently make them wrong. It's just that that person has that preference. So hopefully this shed a little bit of light on my perspective on this thing. Yes, I am biased. No, that was not a clickbait title. I was genuinely planning on answering the questions, so hopefully you guys enjoy the first episode of Dear John. Thanks for watching the debut episode of the Dear John Q&A. If you've got questions, sound off down below or on Twitter, hashtag DearJohnARTV. You can find me on all of my social media over here. You can see Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. And if you've got questions, you can find me on Twitter or you can find me in the comment section here. Maybe it'll get answered in a future episode of Dear John. If you want to check out a recent review or a recent top 10 that I did, you can check out those little annotations floating below me. Other than that, I will see you guys very soon right here on ARTV.